Why, hello there again. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming back. Gonna continue this little mini sidestep of a series of kind of a behind the scenes of what I do. And why is that? I will tell you why. Because in my last video, I asked for content ideas, and I've had a couple comments. One, I'll put it up on the screen somewhere, but Dylan Stetter8976 says, can't wait to see what stuff you do next. Just recently found your channel. I have loved the stuff you've done so far. Really, one thing I'm interested about with guitar and IDK, if this will sound dumb or anything, so I apologize if it does, is how you go about everything, from deciding what song you want to learn to how you learn it. Seeing your process of learning a song would be interesting. I probably should have rehearsed that before I recorded. But anyways, Dylan, I will do you one better. And I'm not going to just talk about what I do. I'm going to talk about what you, Dylan, and everybody else can do. Sorry if I'm blasting your name out there, but your profile, your name is public, whatever. So, why? I don't know what Dylan or anybody else watching this, what stage of this whole music creation process you're in, but at the beginning, I would hope you don't have this feeling of being overwhelmed with what to pick. And we are going to discuss that because I think a lot of people have a lot more than they have a lot more than they give themselves credit for that they could choose from. And let me just find my spot here. So starting out, I'm going to present this from what I do, and that's covers, one, and two is my genre is I guess you can say like nerd geek genre, sci-fi, fantasy, anything game or show related, like comic book, whatever, any of that stuff. So that's what I do. Sorry, I'm not here for the originals, but when you pick a song or choose what you're going to play, I think of this as a Venn diagram. And I think Venn diagrams, normally there's two of them, but I was thinking earlier there could be three. So one is you have to like the song. I think that's obvious, but don't go down the rabbit hole of just reaching for what's popular out there. I have had a couple on my other channel, a couple of requests, and this one too, which I don't mind doing. And if it's like a game I hadn't gotten to, that's one thing. But if it's a game I've never played or wasn't even on my radar, I've done them, but they don't really like resonate with me. So you could be going for what is popular, but does it resonate with you? I would recommend doing both. The other extreme is something that you like, which is fine, but if people don't know it, or the game or the show or whatever, they're just not, it's hard to like, gain an audience or views or whatever you're trying to do if a lot of people just don't know what you're covering. Like I did the Centurion song. I thought that was gonna do really well, and I guess it didn't, because I don't know, I thought more kids watched that, but maybe it was just me. So I'm not gonna bash any of the music you do, but just know that some is just more popular than others. So it's just the way it is. And that's not to say you can't come back later and do them. Just go for the big guns, right? And the last thing I thought of was like timely. So what that means, obviously, with what I've done when the holidays are coming around, plan around the holidays, like Halloween, get a Halloween song going, Christmas, if games are coming out before, or I don't know how you get the music before, but on the release date, closely after, remakes, all that kind of stuff. Just kind of like time it well. All right. And yeah, like I said, covers are great because people already know them and you like them as well. So how do how can you organize all this? Like this. So I have Notion open and I will show it to you now. Let's switch here. Here we go, Notion. So Notion, there's nothing special about it. There's just one feature that I've used it a little bit, and there's a feature I like that I will demonstrate. I need to move myself out of the way. Let me shrink down. All right, here we go. So I have a file that I have already done this in, and I'm just gonna make one up from scratch. And with this, it should give you comfort knowing that there's a lot of songs you can do. So let's do a song list. So, like I said, my genres are, and I'm going to write this as toggle header. I'll do 3, just so that's the smallest possible. My genres, games, toggle header 3. What did I say? Movies. Toggle. I thought I had a shortcut there. And shows. And when you're going through this, I'm gonna just let's see. The way I categorize it for myself, I ended up doing it by console. I'm just gonna vomit on the screen here. I'm gonna say Halo. So like I said, what I recommend is turning these in based on console, so Xbox, whatever. And in here, I'm gonna say, okay, well, Halo. Wow, come on. Halo. Now, when I say Halo, that means different things to different people. So, by that I mean I'm going to turn this into toggle list, because within Halo itself is what you tell me, right? Halo 1, which is Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, yada yada yada. I'm going to say Reach because that soundtrack is awesome. And then again within this, turn toggle list. I'm going to just kind of think of the songs that I remember. I'm not going to look them up right now, but the songs that I remember from that game, like the intro. Wow, really put on the spot. I'm just going to say like the ending. ODST is a good one. Maybe that wasn't the best example to start with because I can't just name the songs on the fly, but you get the idea here. Every song, right, can then turn, or every game, within that game you have multiple songs, right? And since I am seasoned, I'm gonna just start now with the console and just think like, all right, what did I play? Mario Bros. I never actually played Zelda, but what are the big ones? Mega Man. Mega Man would be hard to play on classical. But you know, if you have electric guitars or something, you could do Mega Man. I'm gonna end up deleting this anyway, but you get the idea. Mega Man, and then sure, SNES. So you could be doing this too. And then again, I'm gonna say Super Mario World. So the Link to the Past. And just as an example of breaking this down even further, toggle I'm going to basically have all the songs. There's is Underworld, because Underworld, because everybody knows these, right? Underwater, castle, ending thing. So now I haven't gotten to this point, but there's a couple of things I want to mention here. So as I said, you're categorizing these by console, and I want you to think of organizing your songs with the end in mind. What do I mean? In an ideal world, if you could put out a album, or even simpler, like let's say a YouTube playlist, right? I would want to say, I want to make like a Mario Brothers, NES Mario Brothers playlist. And then Zelda, you know. Yes, I'm gonna do the same thing here. I want to, whoops, I just didn't turn it into that. I want to make a album or whatever, a playlist for this overworld or intro, all the other stuff, dungeon, you get the idea. So why? Again, you want to like categorize this, because when if someone is finding your stuff, you can just easily be like, here's all my Mario Brothers stuff, here's my Mario Brothers from this game, here's from this game. And what I did, or at least my plan was, like, just again, think about how much you could do here. If I just said Marvel, here we go, this can get into how did I do this? MCU. You have like pre-MCU, like, I don't know, vintage, I guess. And then here, this is gonna turn into, you know what, the different phases. Oops. Phase 1. In phase 1 you have Iron Man, Hulk, yada yada yada, so on and so on. So why am I showing you this? I'm showing you this because this should give you a unlimited, infinite supply of songs to cover. Yeah, so like people, I when you lay this out like this, you should realize that, wow, I have a lot of work to do, which is fine. And then I would say, because with like the guitar music, you want to have laid out for you what you're going to do. You don't want to like be in a situation where you're not really sure. I don't know what I want to release, but like if you make this huge list like this, Cap, Avengers, am I missing something? 1, 2, 3, I'm missing something. Not important. But if you have a big list like this, oh, it's bothering me now. What is that last one? Whatever. This should let you know, like, okay, I have plenty of content to work with, and you just kind of follow your own breadcrumbs and just go and work. Now, when you're doing this, I did this with the MCU as shorts, and you can just kind of like build on the hype of what you're doing. And like, because on YouTube shorts and reels, TikTok, I did all these in a row, and you know, people were looking forward to them. So the same thing when you're doing this. I have been kind of skipping around as different seasons come up, and I did all these guys as shorts, like I said, and now I have to like do the full versions. But you could just like go down the line and actually put them out in order. People are anticipating it. But even if you don't, like, you make this list, and then once you do one, you like just strike it off, and you know, like, okay, this is what I have in mind, especially because you don't want to you don't want to just let it sit in your head. Like, get Notion or get a notebook, a notepad or something, and then just like sit and list it out. What else was I going to say? Let me just switch the screens here, get my notes. So that is it. Now, what I will do is in here, I'm going to give away the secret of what I'm going to do next. What song I'm going to do next, what we will use for this series. I have 2 projects in the way, but there is a song coming out soon. Or not coming out soon. There is a date coming out soon that is the anniversary of a game that has been out for 20 years. Can you guess it? No? Okay. I'm going to say toggle. PC games. Here's another big one. Warcraft. Ooh, what kind of Warcraft? What kind of Warcraft? Warcraft. Orcs and Humans? No. Warcraft 2? Warcraft 3? World of Craft? Yes. And what plays when you're a human and you go to the capital city? Stormwind theme, yay. So that's what I'm going to do next. I always played Horde, and then I didn't know any better. And then when I walked into Stormwind the first time, my mind was blown. So that is what we are going to use for the rest of this little behind the scenes series, or follow along series, if you will. So that is it, y'all. So if anyone is confused as to where to start, we'll start with like, move myself. Start with this. Like, if you have a list of shows, movies, games that you enjoy, like, do this, because it gives you motivation, because then you can like see yourself like, oh man, what if I can like do all these songs? What if I could do the login screen song? Like me. And like you remember what it felt like for you playing, and you get excited to make your own version of it. So that is it. The last thing I will say is, in this whole process, you need to be patient. And I'll talk about motivation and stuff another time, but if music is a hobby for you, that means it should be something. It's not going to be easy by any means, but it's something that you can see yourself doing forever, as long as you're above ground, right? So I will say that when you make that full list, it gives you, it could be daunting, but it gives you a track to run on, and you get to relax and just say, okay, I'm just gonna work down this list and do what I can. And you're no longer like sitting around thinking like, what do I do? What do I play? Because, you know, my process of learning and playing the guitars, I did song first. I started with electric, but I didn't pick up. I figured out power chords, and I moved on from there. I said, oh, there's a power chord. Play the song, play the song, play the song. Oh, another song. I need to figure out this technique. So I started with a song first that got me excited. And then I learned the technique and the song. Okay. So songs first, because I know you have that list in your head. This will get it out on paper and give you motivation to keep going. So that is it. Quick little video. I'm going to export this, and I hope that helps you. Dylan. So thanks for watching, everybody. And this is for my buddy John, and stop recording.